Hello. In the first episode on integers, we had a basic introduction to what they mean and how to work with them on a number line, but we need to progress from that so that we can work without a number line. It appears that I am drawing one, but that is all that I'm going to draw. So all I want you to do with this is I want you to try to have this in your head. I need you to imagine that in your head, and we're going to use 0 as our central point, because remember, the negative numbers are on the left hand side of 0, the positive numbers are on the right hand side of 0. If we add, we move towards the right because numbers get greater. If we subtract, we move towards the left because numbers get smaller in value as they go further to the left. So I'm going to try to teach you how to use that, keeping that in your head, in your mind, and to do calculations without actually drawing a number line. So let's start fairly simple with -2 plus 11. So the easiest way to think of this, I just find if we can think logically how something works and not just learn something off by heart without knowing the meaning of it, it makes it easier to retain, because if you understand where it's coming from, then you can actually proceed with your thoughts and you won't forget the methods. So the best way to think of this is, if I'm starting at -2, I'm starting somewhere here on the left-hand side. Which way am I jumping? I'm jumping to the right, so I have to jump 11 times to the right. So the first thing I say to myself is, if I'm starting at -2 and jumping to the right 11 times, am I going to reach 0 or pass 0? And obviously you're going to reach 0 and go past 0. So how many jumps will it take me to get to 0 from -2? 1, 2. It's going to take me 2 jumps to get there. How many jumps will I have left from the 11? Well, 11 minus 2 is 9, so I'm going to land up on +9 in the right-hand side of the number line. So I'm using 0 the whole time as my kind of yardstick to see where I'm going and where I'm going to land up. If I've got 7 minus 16, then I'm going to be starting on +7, so I'm starting somewhere here and I'm jumping to the left. Am I going to reach 0 or go past 0? Well, 7, and I've got 16 jumps, I'm definitely going to go past 0, so already I know that my answer is going to be negative. How many jumps will it take me to reach 0? It'll take me 7. If I'm on +7, it'll be 7 jumps to get back to 0. So 7 of my 16 jumps have been taken up already. How many more do I have left to go into the negative side? Well, the difference between 16 and 7 is 9, so I'm going to land up on -9. If I have -5 minus 10, now I'm starting in the negative side of the number line and I'm jumping to the left. So there's absolutely no doubt that if I'm starting in the negatives and I'm jumping to the left, I'm still going to be in the negatives. How am I going to work out where I'm going to land up? Well, if I'm on -5 and I've got to jump 10 more, obviously I'm going to say 5 plus the 10 to see which negative number I'm going to land on, and that is going to be -15. If I have 8 minus 21, I'm starting in the positives at 8. I'm jumping to the left 21 times, so definitely I'm going to end up in the negatives. So how many jumps from 8 to 0? 8 jumps. I've used up 8 jumps of my 21. If I've used up 8 jumps of my 21, how many are left? So I've got to say 21 minus 8, and I know my answer is negative, and it will be -13. Let's look at -8 minus 17. Right, again, I'm starting in the negatives. I'm jumping to the left, so I start in the negatives, jump further to the left. I'm definitely going to be in the negatives. And then to find out where I'm going to land, I simply need to add those two numbers together, and I'll be landing on -25. Let's say you had 12 minus 7. Now, if we're busy with integers, it's quite a strange thing that actually happens. If we're busy with this, and am I going to reach the negatives or the positives? Am I jumping past 0? And then we throw in a calculation like that, a lot of people get thrown by it. And it's actually one of the first calculations you'll do in the first or second year of your school life. So 12 minus 7, but let's think of it in the same way that we've been talking about. 12 is up there. I'm going to subtract 7. Am I going to reach 0 with 7 jumps? No, I'm not. That's why I'm going to end up with a positive number. And we know that 12 minus 7 is 5. So don't get thrown when they put calculations like that in. It has a weird effect on people's minds when they're learning about integers for some reason. Right, negative 8 plus 20. So I'm starting down in the negatives. I'm adding 20, so I'm going to be jumping to the right. Am I going to reach 0 or go past 0? Well, that's quite a big number to jump. From negative 8 to 8, I'm already going to reach 0. So if I've used up 8 of my 20, how many are left to carry on? And that will be 12. Then we can have a situation where we have 4 minus 9 plus 7. So I can go on and I can add and subtract a whole string of integers. I simply work from left to right. So 4 minus 9, I'm on 4, I'm jumping to the left. Yes, I am going to pass 0. 4 jumps to get to 0. How many are left? Another 5, so I'm going to end up on negative 5. Now I'm on negative 5, and I've got to jump 7 times to the right. Am I going to reach 0? Yes, I am, and I'm going to go past. 5 jumps to get to 0. How many are left from the 7? 2. Let's take another string of numbers. Let's take 6 minus 13 minus 8. So I'm starting in the positives. I'm jumping to the left. 6 jumps to get to 0. How many are left from the 13? Another 7. So I know I'm landing on negative 7. So now I'm on negative 7 and I've got to subtract 8. I'm on negative 7, subtract 8. I'm still going to the left, and 7 and 8 gives me negative 15. We could end up with quite big numbers like negative 25 plus 32, but don't be put off by them, because still again you're going to use your 0 as your middle mark and ask yourself the right question. So if we are negative 25, we're very far down here on the left hand side. We're adding 32, so are we going to reach or pass 0? Well, I need 25 jumps to get to 0, and then I won't have used all my 32 yet, so I'm obviously going to end up in the positives. How many are left over from 32 if I've jumped 25 times already? Well, the obvious way to work that out is 32 minus 25, which is 7. And remember, I needn't have written positive 7. If I just write 7, it means that it is a positive number. Let's take a long string to end off with. 8 minus 20 minus 15 plus 11. So again, we're just going to go step by step. I'm on positive 8. I'm subtracting a much bigger number of 20. So I'm definitely going to end up in the negatives. 8 jumps to get to 0. How many from the 20 are left? 12 are left. So I've landed on negative 12. I'm on negative 12 now, and I'm going to subtract 15. So I'm continuing going that way. So I'm going to end up on a negative number. So let's see, 12 and 15 together give me negative 27. I'm right down here on negative 27 now, and I'm going to add 11. Am I going to reach 0? Well, look how big the numerical value, not the actual value, but the number part of my negative number is 27. I haven't got enough jumps to get to 0. So I know that I'm still going to be in the negatives. How am I going to find out where I'm going to be in the negatives? I need to say 27 minus 11, which will give me 16. I hope that has been helpful. Try to keep this in your mind and just think of jumping to the left and to the right, and very soon you're going to be doing it almost automatically.